Hey, you guys. Need a smudge? Good juju in. Good juju in. Good juju in. All right. Here we go. All right, you guys. It's gonna be a long one. Got a lot of stuff written down here. First, I want to tell you guys, that I need to show you the signs first. Okay, hold on, I got this. Entertainment purposes only, okay? I know I need to print that on something that doesn't have something on the back. I recycle my paper. Entertainment purposes only, you guys. Also, remember, Thursday night A Live. Every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay. And also, Members Live is the first Friday of the month. We had this past Friday, same time, members only. That's $1.99 paid membership. First Friday of the month, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Again. All right, we have a lot. First, I want to tell you that Mercury is out of retrograde. It went direct today. Whoop, whoop. All right, and also Venus is coming out of retrograde on Saturday. However, again, like I think I mentioned in the last video, which was a Can We Talk video, and this is an energy update, by the way. But in the last video, we talked about a lot of planetary stuff happening. So things the Mercury out of retrograde, you might feel that for another 3 weeks, okay? It wasn't that bad. The one before this was terrible. It was brutal, and it kicked our butts. But this one, a little bit, things were just a little wonky. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so anywho, Venus is out of retrograde on Saturday the 11th, and Venus is about what is important to you. Okay, so that retrograde was about getting in touch with what is really important to us. Mercury was about how are we communicating? What are we communicating? How are we putting it out there, what we need to put out there? So retrogrades are always about introspection and looking within and revamping. Alrighty then. We have some questions. Let's do the questions first. Not very many. It's all good. I have stuff written down. I'm doing some research. I want to be Rosie when I grow up, by the way. She's a better person than me. She's got the grit to watch all that political stuff. Stuff freaks me out. Freaks me out. I got to be honest. But I'm working on it, and I'm getting better. All right. So, first question was, will Kamala Harris ever become president in the USA? Okay. So, the last energy update, which was 2 videos ago, I wasn't feeling her energy for that. Okay. However, and I didn't articulate this or communicate this because I couldn't quite get a grasp on it then. Those energies that were kicking everybody else's butt, yours included, when I made that last energy update, that was kicking my butt too. Having a very hard time grounding, very hard time connecting to spirit team. But I am every day I am sitting and I'm taking my own advice I give you, and I'm opening my chakras and I'm surrounding myself with that bubble of light. Please refer to the daily meditation. The link for that is in the description box all the time, every time. Okay, so that's in there, and that is where we do some chakra opening and we do a little guided meditation. So I take my own advice and I do that. I just did it, as a matter of fact. I was really busy this morning, forgot to do it this morning. if I don't get up off my butt and get in the shower like 10 minutes after I wake up, I will sit here till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, all in here. So, I got up and took care of some business. Needed to have some blood drawn for, check my A1C levels, all that other BS. And that's okay because I can talk to my doctor. She'll see every time I get my blood drawn. We make an appointment. And it's usually not bad news. It's just she and I need to talk about some stuff, mental health wise. Okay. So, anywho, I forgot what I was saying, you guys. Anywho, oh yes, I was talking about 2 videos ago, and that was the thing I was feeling the energy of it, but I couldn't translate it verbally, was that she's not going to be president in the way that we think of a president, okay? And I'm also being told, now listen, and there's no time frames, and they change, and that's not my fault. Let's make that clear. Not my fault. I tell you what my spirit guides tell me. And not for nothing, but the only thing they've ever been wrong on is dates, because timelines are too precarious. So, but they are saying before the end of August, he will not be there. Okay? Now, I checked with the pendulum. I can't remember the exact questions I asked, but it was basically I asked, will Kamala Harris be president in 2025? And that's still a timeline, you guys. Still a timeline. But it said no. Now hold up, you guys. I know it makes me nervous too. And I'm the one translating this stuff. Believe me, it makes me nervous too. So I said, okay. And they said, well, it'll be different. I said, okay, well, will she be, will she be president? Oh, I know what I asked. I said, will she be president in the way that we perceive a president in the United States right now? And they said no. Thank you, Spirit Team, for reminding me about that. And then I said, will she be president in let me see, will she be president in oh wait, I said, will she be in a leadership role? Will she be in a leadership role? After F, and I didn't give it a time. I said, after F Rump is removed from office, and they said yes. And then I asked, will there be the same type of government that we're used to after F Rump is removed? And they said no. This isn't a bad thing. It's change. People hate change. Well, look around us. Everything has changed. So we better suck it up and get used to it. So if we're going to experience change, let's experience change for the better. Because all this chaos he's creating, and I'm going to make a video. Because we don't hear a whole lot about the shenanigans of the entertainment purposes only alleged vote stealing, vote suppression. We don't hear about that much anymore. So I'm going to be putting out a video, and it's going to be very straight to the point. And it's going to mention those shenanigans. And it's going to mention a whole bunch of other stuff that his chaos has drawn our attention away from. That is his whole point. Even if he doesn't know that consciously, that is what he's doing. Okay? So if I get banned, please write this down. You go to the Sober Psychic, and I'll start posting there. Okay? And there's a good possibility. Olivia said she was having problems with titles, for crying out loud. you can't use his name anymore. And some of us can't use his name. I don't know why it's some of us, not all of us. Technically, okay, we're not on the clock app. The clock app, you can cuss and swear and all that stuff, but you can't mention their names or certain, there's certain keywords that you can't use. So that's why all of us speak in code. But I hear all kinds of people using his name. All kinds of people using his name. People I watch read cards are using his name. So I'm kind of stubborn, and I'm kind of, I'll show you. You can't tell me what to do. You don't tell me. I tell you. I have that attitude. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So a big piece of me wants to just use his name and just be done. Okay? But the other piece of me is, this isn't about me. This is about us. This is about everybody. Not me. I mean, I'm in it. And I'm in it to win it. And I'm in it for the collective. That is what I came here to do. So again, if I get banned and you don't see any videos for, say, 3-4 days, go to the Sober Psychic. Okay? Spirit Team, I had 2 channels going at once. And I with the ADHD and the autism, being on the spectrum with the autism, I do not split my energy very well. I can't. I have to focus on one thing. And Spirit Team said, well, you better focus on this channel right here. That other channel won't go anywhere. And it's there if we need it. So the Sober Psychic. Okay, shut up, Shelley. Enough about that. Okay, so somebody wants to know if Kamala Harris will ever be president in the U.S. Okay, let me bring it down. Silly Shelley. We're all sideways and miscombobulated here. Okay. All right. Can you see that, I hope? Okay. I have surrounded myself with a bubble of white light. My light, combined with the light of source energy and the universe, protects me, protects us. Okay. David, are you here? That's a yes. Let me situate myself, David. Okay, that's a yes. He likes the chain longer. All right, thank you, David. Spirit Team, are you here? All of yous. Yes. Thank you. Clear, please. Back to position. Thank you. Archangel Gabriel, are you here? Yes. Archangel Uriel, are you here? Yes, Uriel's always stronger. Archangel Raphael, are you here? Yes, thank you. Clear, please. Is every member of my spirit team of the highest light, for the highest good, for the highest, of the highest light, for the highest good. Yeah, I messed that up. Yes, thank you. Is everyone in my spirit team of the highest counsel, for the highest light, for the highest good. That's what I meant to say. Thank you, yes. Is every member of my spirit team of the highest counsel, for the highest light, for the highest good. Yes, thank you. Okay, David, can we ask you some questions? All right, thank you very much. Okay, clear, please. Will Kamala Harris ever become president of the United States? That's a yes. Thank you. Just reading the comments, you guys. Okay, now I want to read on President Harris's energy and President Obama's and Vice President Walz. Okay. I want to read their energies, but there is a question here about, I'm going to ask, are all of these public appearances by President Harris pointing towards her running for president or becoming president? Yes. Is she doing this on purpose? Yes. Thank you. Clear, please. Are President Obama's appearances in the public recently pointing towards Kamala Harris becoming president of the United States? That's a yes. Okay, thank you. Clear, please. Okay. Is he pointing towards that president? Is he doing this on purpose? Yes. Clear, please. Is he aware that Kamala Harris will be president of the United States very soon? Yes. Okay, now let's clear this up because I may have just confused you. Will Kamala Harris be president of the United States in the manner in which the United States people are used to seeing a president or having a president? No. Okay. Will there be many leaders all at once cleaning up Donald Trump's political messes and social messes and economic messes? Yes. Clear, please. Will this group of people be made up of former presidents? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Hold on there, David. Okay. Will Musk lose his companies? Will he lose his companies? Yes. Okay, clear, please. Will it be only because of the stock market? No. Thank you. Clear, please. Will he have his assets frozen by the United States government? Yes. Okay, clear, please. Will Elon Musk be removed from his position in the White House? Yes. Thank you. I don't know why we got this again. Okay, somebody wants to know, is Barron Trump F. Rump's biological child? Yeah, to me he looks like her too, but it's like he fell off his father's face. Okay? But I would I understand why you'd ask that question. I really do. Okay, that's it. We didn't have that many questions. And I don't mind that because things change, energies change. So let's read on. Hold on. Hello. Okay, so let's read on using tarot cards. The tarot cards. I have some questions. Okay, what I want to do is we want to ask about Social Security being safe. Let me get the pen, and I'll just read this to you. Okay, I forgot about that one. We do need to, and plus votes. Okay. Oh, stop being lazy. Here I go. All right. Will Social Security remain intact for the most part? That's a yes. Clear, please. Okay, what was the other question? Will there be a recount of the November elections votes? Thank you. Clear, please. Will this recount identify that President Harris actually won the presidential election in 2024? Yes. Now, here's the real question. Will anyone act on this knowledge of President Harris actually winning? Okay, yes, thank you. However, you can't go back and count votes that were burnt, thrown away, and no one knew about it. You can't count the amount of people who were suppressed from voting. You can't count. Like, I have to be honest with you. I don't think that my vote went to her. I went Democrat all down the line. Okay, all down the line, in a straight line, from top to bottom. And I have a feeling that my vote was not counted as a Democratic, that it was manipulated. Okay, now those types of votes, those can be recounted. And they're telling me that there will be enough of those types of votes recounted that they are going to, oh, and also the people who were suppressed by their local voting polls telling them, oh, you don't live at this address anymore. Okay, those would be counted as well. That kind of stuff can be counted. Okay, because you have actual human beings that witnessed, that experienced it. So, anywho. All right. Will the voting process be the same in the next presidential election race? No. Will it be more like a parliamentary government? Yes. Okay. Any more? No. Okay. Now's the energies of our humans, those guys. All right. Sorry about that. I totally forgot I'd written down yes or no questions. Oh my goodness. Here we go. That'll do. Okay. Yeah. I have a bigger table coming Wednesday. Let's get President Harris, Obama's, and VP Walz energies. Okay, so I get some articles from the New York Times, and I know that these idiots voted that idiot man of the year. I think they're regretting that in a big way. This thing he's doing with tariffs is affecting the entire world. It's affecting companies. It's affecting corporations. It's affecting everybody. Okay, and don't be mistaken. There's still haters out there. There's still M of the A of the G of the A haters out there. So, but there's way more of us than them. But man, they are intense. These haters are intense. And Spirit Team just told me we could be feeling some of that too. Because the further F-Rump slips away from them, the angrier they get. But you know what? When it starts affecting the amount of food they can buy, when it starts affecting, oh gee, there's no toilet paper anywhere, or there's no paper towels anywhere, or there's no steel, okay? When things like that start affecting them, they'll come to. Some, not all of them, but many of them, not all of them. It's okay. All right, so anywho, the Times articles talk about Trump's revenge. Oops, I said his name. They're talking about his revenge. I think we talked about this, how he files lawsuits, signing executive orders, firing government workers, removing security clearance and Secret Service from former government officials. Okay? That's his revenge. This is what he does to anyone he thinks has pushed against him in any way, shape, or form. He's a giant man-child. Okay? Giant man-child who has serious mental health issues. All right? And that's where my compassion comes in. Okay? I do have compassion. Doesn't mean I'm going to take his crap, so let's make that clear right now. I'm not going to take his stuff. All right? And I am going to the next protest. My city finally started protesting. So next month, my butt is there with my brand new walker with a seat in it. And I'm looking forward to it, making a sign and everything. All right, then. So that's what he does for revenge. All right, energies of President Harris. Oh, my goodness. I can sit back. So yeah, so that was right from the New York Times, you guys. Ephraim's revenge. If I think on it, I'll put the URL for that article. It's proof that his power's wearing off a great deal. I'm not feeling hardly anything from him. All right, President Harris. The Hanged Man. And by the way, if I give you a link to an article, take what you need and leave the rest. If it resonates, excellent. If it doesn't, that's okay too. And if you're not ready to read that stuff, a lot of us aren't ready to be reading a bunch of articles about him. I'm still not ready to be reading a bunch of articles about him. I know when I've had enough. And the one for the day was fine. Just saying. Hangman. She's waiting. Get that for her every time. Fighting the devil. That's how she feels, like she's fighting the devil. Not for nothing, I would think the devil would be a lot smarter than this guy. Two of Cups. Partnerships. Emotional bonds. Six of Cups. She wants to fix stuff. She misses the way, and the way that things were being run was not okay. But they were sure different than this. People weren't getting shipped off to a different country because of their skin tone. Okay? Six of Cups. She She wants to go back to making things better in the best way she knows how. Well, my goodness. Spirit team, I don't need that many of those. Eight of Swords, feeling trapped. But she doesn't, it's not that she personally feels trapped. She feels us feeling trapped. Five of Cups. Okay, 3 cups are spilled over in the water. She's being offered 2 behind her that she's not seeing yet. So that is the offering of that leadership role. I don't think that's come together quite yet. Remember, things will happen quickly. Situations will arise quickly. Actions will be taken quickly. I guess we're taking that one. Oh my goodness, you guys. Killing me. All right, King of Swords. That's enough right there, you guys. King of Swords. That's that fight back energy, that male energy, that fighting for the truth energy. That masculine energy. Yeah, I can't take that many. There's like 5 there. Let's start that over again. We'll pick 3 more. 3 more, team. No more than that. The Hermit. One step at a time. That introspection, what can we do different? She's thinking, what can I do different? Page of Cups. Emotional news coming out. Trying to see if that's good news or not. This is all her feelings are okay. The news that comes out is going to be a combination of sadness that things have gotten where they are, but hope that she can help make things better. Thank you, Spirit Team. And one more, Spirit Team. They said 2 more. They're arguing with me today. Or am I arguing with them? I don't know. Oh, beautiful. 5 of Swords being stabbed in the back. We know all about that. And the Sun card. Excellent card to end on for President Harris energy. The Sun. New beginnings. Fresh energy. Sun being shown, the light being cast on things. Okay, and then we're going to check President Obama. Okay, they're saying the Intuit Tarot. All right then, if you say so. President Obama's energy, please. You know, and they're getting out there for the Democrats that won't. And this isn't even about Democrats and Republicans anymore. This is about what's right and what's wrong. Period, point blank. President Obama. His energy, please, Spirit Team. Page of Cups. Idealistic. Inner voice. Messages. Spiritual. Oh my goodness. 2 swords and 2 pages. So 2 of swords, making a decision. Unclear path. Obstacles. I read off the keywords that call out to me. Feel, you know, you guys interpret the cards the way that you interpret them. You don't even have to agree with me. Okay, Page of Swords. Mental agility, quick-witted. Ideas. Vigilant. Communicative. King of Cups, emotionally balanced, heart-centered, kind-hearted, understanding, intuitive, self-aware, diplomatic, psychic. Wouldn't surprise me. King of Cups. The Hermit. President Harris got the Hermit too. Looking within. What can I do different? What can I do to help? The Spirit Team just told me he's saying, what can I do to help? She was upside down. Sorry about that. Thought that was funny. There you go. Soul searching, contemplate, growth, resolve, advice. He's definitely advising President Harris and others. Queen of Swords, candid, quick-witted, fair, direct, inner strength, realistic, sharp, and chatty, which is regarding the speaking out in public. Nine of Coins. Status. Maturation. Fulfillment. Freedom. Judgment. New spiritual story, forgiveness, awakening, evaluation, mission, rebirth, action, decision, renewal. Okay, they are looking at their part in their own complacency, by the way. This is why they're doing what they're doing. This is why Vice President Walz is doing what he's doing. Speaking out in the public. Reaching the people that need to be heard. Winter solstice. Find the light within. Timing. A year or more. Tie up loose ends. Validate feelings. Hibernate. Winter. It may take a year for them to get it together within the government. It's certainly not going to happen overnight. They have to revamp everything, including the Constitution. And Wheel of Fortune. chance, life cycles, karma, destiny, good luck, expansion. It's time, fortune, change, fate. All right, that was President Obama. What else do I want to do? Vice President Walz. Okay, this is what I got. I was watching something with him in it. An interview of sorts. By the media called State of the Union. Okay. And I got to tell you, they were trying to get at him. They were asking him questions and trying to get him to admit to things that weren't true. And trying to get him to say things that he felt a certain way about things when he didn't. It was, the guy interviewing him sent off bad juju, for real. And I didn't like him. And, but Vice President Walz did not budge. He would not admit to anything that he didn't think was true. The thing is, he still thinks that they probably could have done more, but they weren't going to win. They weren't going to win the election anyway. Not because they didn't get the votes. Let's put that right out there right now. They weren't going to win the election. But in his mind, because he doesn't want to do this conspiracy theory thing, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist either. I know the government hides things, but this is on such a deep level, and there's so many layers, and it's so complicated. I don't sit around going, oh, the government, they're hiding stuff all the time, and they're watching us, and they're doing this, and they're doing that. I'm not that person. But I know what my spirit guide said. The second I woke up, and the news said, you know who won. And my spirit guide said, nah, that's too soon. And I really think somebody needs to keep talking about that. Somebody needs to keep talking about that alleged manipulation of votes. All right, we're going to see if you can see these cards. This is our rainbow deck, actually. I think. Yeah, rainbow deck. Yep. Okay, so Vice President Walz, energy, please. Temperance. Balance. Mm-hmm. And that is what he's trying to do, is provide some temperance for the people that need to be heard. Page of Pentacles. News regarding votes. I don't know if that's the alleged election fraud or... Okay, thank you. It's both. The alleged election fraud and the people voting in who they want. Not the person that tells them that they want them, but the person that they actually want. Five of Swords. Winning at any cost. Okay, now that can sound like someone who's putting off some really bad juju, but that's not always the case. That he intends to do things right, and he's not going to stop intending to do things right, and he's not going to stop doing things the way that he feels will have the best results for everyone. Four Swords. This is, look, you see the different, they're looking at different aspects of themselves. Resting to rejuvenate, resting to do inner work. Getting at the truth. We have to get to the truth of ourselves as individuals, so the collective can get to the truth of itself. Four of Wands. Stability. Happy home, happy family. Cooperation. Five of Wands. Arguing, fighting. You know, we only know what people show us. And there's a very good chance that he's got people in the political arena that are arguing with him about what he's doing. You can't do that. Well, I just did. Double card. Letting go of old concepts. He's introducing different ways to look at things. Ten of Cups. Cannot end with a better card for Vice President Walz. Ten of Cups. That is the emotional rewards card. Let me see. I can't see. Oh, okay. I didn't have my glasses on. There you go. The emotional rewards card. So, Vice President Walz thinks that he and President Harris didn't do good enough. I think they did. And if he actually had the information, the confirmation of the alleged voting shenanigans, his story would change about what he thinks happened. Oh, we weren't good enough. We didn't focus on this enough. We didn't talk about that enough. That was not the problem. But at the end of the day, it boils down to he wants to do better. Period. What time do we have? All right, we have a few minutes. Let's see if we can get a message from David. Where's my Sharpie? Oh, where's my paper? There we go. All right then. Oh, I need to put some of these cards back in boxes. This is just too much. Too small of a space. Okay. Gonna fix that on Wednesday. All right then. So let me move my mouse. Let's talk to David. All right, David, I have to use my left hand so I can write with my right hand. I can write with my left hand, but it's sloppy. I can barely read it. Okay. Let's see. You want to watch? All right. Hold on, you guys. This thing here, it's killing me. Stay. Okay. Let's see. Okay then. Here we go. David, are you still with us? Well, I think David likes answering questions, giving us messages. Do you have a message for us, David? Okay. First, can you give me the first letter of my Chihuahua's name? She's passed over, David. He said, oh. L, yeah. Little bit. She was just a little bit of dog. All right. Can you give us the first letter of the first word of your message, please? It's an I. Thank you. I know I said I was using my left hand. Okay. I. Next letter, please. It's an S. Thank you. Is the word is? Okay. Can you give us the first letter of the second word in your message, please? T. Is it a T? Yes, thank you. David, let me situate this. Okay, there we go. Can we get the next letter in your message, please? Then R. Yes. Thank you. Can we get the next letter, please? U. Thank you. Can we get the next letter, please? M. Are you saying Trump? Okay, thank you. Can we get the first letter of the next word, please? Is that an S? Thank you. Can we get the next letter, please? Then A? Yes, thank you. Can we get the next letter of the word, please? D. Are you saying is Trump sad? Okay, clear. Well, David, is Trump sad? Okay. Can you tell us why Trump is sad? First letter of the word that is the reason Trump is sad? Is that a V? Yes. Can we get the next letter, please? Please? Then an O? Yes. Can we get the next letter, please? T? Is that a T? And the next letter, please? Is that an E? Yep. Thank you. Is the word votes? Okay, is he sad because he knows that he was not actually voted in as president? Okay, so that made him angry? Yes. And that's why he cheated? Yes. Thank you. So he knew from the start that he wasn't going to win the presidency? Yes. Okay, thank you. David. Thank you very much. So he knew in his heart that he wasn't going to win the presidency. That's why he felt he needed to cheat. Isn't that why people cheat? Because they know they're not going to win? Pretty sure it is. Yes, guys. Is Trump sad? He is sad because of the votes. He doesn't know how to deal with sad, so he replaces sad with anger, resentment, fear, and everything for him is fear-based. He's afraid of everything. All right, you guys. So anywho, please, just a reminder that I've got a bee in my bonnet about speaking out on a video very, very raw and to the point to redirect our focus towards election fraud. Because again, the chaos he's created, I mean, we think on it every now and then, but I feel like it needs to be brought back up to the surface. People need to say what they say. And if that means that I get banned from YouTube for a week, whatever. Come see me at the Sober Psychic. I will. Post there. Only if I get banned here. Okay? And you'll know, if you don't see me for 3 days, I got banned. Okay? All right then. You can always shoot me an email and ask. Email's always in the description box. All right, you guys. Thanks for showing up, huh? All right. Much love. Many blessings. I see you in the funny papers.